within the National Biosafety Authority, the mandate is established, is specified within the Act, the Biosafety Act, and we are established to govern, or rather to exercise control on any kind of transfer, movement or use of genetically modified organisms. Genetically modified organisms are organisms that are developed through modern biotechnology, a process that makes it possible to move genes from one organism to another, and therefore creating that which is called genetically modified organisms, also referred to as living modified organisms. This stems from a global governance structure of modern biotechnology, which is anchored on the Convention on Biological Diversity, and also espoused even further within the Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety. And the purpose of this is to ensure that genetically modified organisms, and including their products, are safe to human health, to animal health, and that we provide an adequate protection of the environment. So we are conscious about the environment, we are also conscious about the human health, and conscious about the animal health. And that is why NBA was established as the national focal point, and also as the national competent authority on matters around genetically modified organisms.
NBA has been in existence since 2010. We had our first strategic plan from 2010 to 2015. That was our first strategic plan, which was effectively implemented by management and the board. Our second strategic plan was for 2016-2020, and it is during that strategic plan that NBA was even able to approve the commercialization of BT cotton. Now we have just today launched the third strategic plan that will run from 2020 to 2025. We hope this strategic plan will be able to take us to the next step, particularly in the areas of emerging technologies such as genome editing. We hope this strategic plan will be able to help us move towards these new emerging technologies and be able to regulate the threats that are coming with the modern science.
In NBA, our strategic plan is very clear. We expect to grow, and we expect to increase our efficiency in the way we do things. That is what this strategic plan is mainly about. Growth as an organization, that means being able to monitor more in areas to do with the GMOs, and efficiency in the way we do things.
This third strategic plan is instrumental because it is focusing on developing the technical capacity of the institution, and also enhancing efficiency in the way we conduct business. So it is responding to an environment that we have already tested, particularly relating to our clients. Our chief clients are researchers, product developers, and even business people who plan or intend to do business in products that are genetically modified. So we have learned, therefore, from our key consumers of our service that the areas that we need to improve have been identified, and therefore this is very strategic in terms of addressing the needs of our customers.
What the board is doing is in ensuring that the strategic plan is achieved. One, it has already approved the strategic plan. Two, allocations for events, for activities that are meant to achieve this goal have been coming to the board. They are approved, and this will continue until the 5-year strategic plan is accomplished, after which, of course, a new one will come in for another 5 years. So one of the main role of the board in achieving the strategic plan is, one, approving it, which we've done, and two, approving the budget that supports it.
Three of the main lessons that we have learned in the exiting strategy is the need to link our planning processes with government plans. And that has been important because we cannot operate outside government plans since we are a government agency. We have also seen the need to enhance human capacity, which I have said is now being taken up by this one in terms of across board, the board, the management, the secretariat and the technical staff. We have heard this morning our chair emphasizing the need for each of our members of staff, including those who are non-technical, to have some basic understanding to be able to explain what we do. So the human resource aspect, and then the other one is resource mobilization and enhancing international collaborations. Those are the three needs that we have seen we need to up the game in terms of delivering in the next strategic plan. Of course, another important one is the addressing misinformation. There is a lot of misinformation hanging out there. If right now you Google GMO and then you say search, you see very unsubstantiated information that is misleading, that is scaring, that creates fear.
So for us, this strategic plan launch includes a whole lot of awareness, because there's a lot we've been doing. We've launched the BT Cotton, you've seen our 10-year achievements since 2009, but this is hardly known. So for us, it's to take a bold step to really go out there, to let people know what we are doing. From a capacity standpoint, our board is here, willing to support us from finances. So we are going to go all out through all media to ensure that there's awareness, because there's a whole lot happening. The other way that we are seeking awareness is through conferences. We just had our 10-year conference last year. We are hoping to have the 11th conference. In this conference, we have key stakeholders who come and support us, who come and take the stage to assist us to really push the message out there. So that is usually a very critical point which NBA is actually able to put itself out there in matters GMO. So conferences and exhibitions. The other way that we are really going out there in terms of awareness is through our own publications, newsletters. We have a journal that we usually push out into the media. It's not something that we've really seen in the past as a tool that can assist us, but we are doubling in our efforts, having put a lot of emphasis in our communications department, and with that help we shall be able to push out those journals into the public, and I think they'll be able to get more first-hand and real-time information in matters GMO. So I think those are pertinent steps to help us achieve our strategic plan through our communication strategy.
This strategy is conscious of the ever-evolving areas of expertise in the modern biotechnology. Further, it takes cognizance of the possibilities of use of this technology for violent intentions or hostile intentions, so to speak. So there are newer technologies that are coming in, including genome editing, which was previously not envisaged at the time of establishing NBA, which we are now positioning ourselves to be at the cutting edge of new technologies and providing guidance on how these technologies can be harnessed for the good of the public, and also how we can protect the public from potential misuse of these kind of technologies.
When it comes to technology, we have very few choices. We really have to adjust to the changing technologies. And since there's a lot of very rapid change in biotechnology, the board must continuously align itself with the changes, be ready for the changes. And that is why one of the main aims of the current strategic plan is actually to strengthen the technical department, because it is the technical department that has to adopt, that has to take up the new technologies and domesticate them and make sure that we are relevant and we make maximum use of the new technology. And we cannot even talk of new technology now because it is an ever-changing technology.
In the incoming strategic plan, we are in discussions regarding this new technology in genome editing, which provides a faster, more accurate, and more technically versatile way of improving crops and even animals. And it has three pathways. One which leads to the development of a GMO, classical GMO, that can be regulated within the Biosafety Act. One that leads to the development of a non-GMO, which really it isn't the business of the biosafety regulatory system as currently established. And then one that leads to intermediate development of GMOs, but eventually the final product is not GMO. So what we have done, even as we implement this strategy, is to develop guidelines that will guide applicants using an early consultation kind of mechanism, where the applicants fill in a very simple form, then we look at it, we say, oh, indeed, this one is one that requires biosafety regulation, this one requires biosafety regulation up to this point, from this point onwards, it doesn't require, this one doesn't require at all because it isn't resulting in the classical genetically modified organisms as described under the Cartagena Protocol. So this is the frontier, therefore, that the strategic plan is pointing to towards enhancing our capacity in terms of technical ability to deal with new and emerging technologies and the fusion of artificial intelligence and gene information management.
At NBA, we are very proud of what we have achieved so far. We are very proud of what we are doing currently. We wish to call upon our partners to continue supporting us. We welcome any new partners who have common goals so that we can work together for the common good of the country.